plugged into the thing.
Which one's pull out?
Sharon like talking about.
Yeah, looks like it.
Can you turn them up?
Oh yeah, yours are really low.
There we go.
Yeah, you don't need it very
I think
high.
this is like middle-aged dubstep.
It pretty much is.
Should we just turn this one round, can't we?
Can you follow that?
But you can sit the thing and
Chip in on the back. No way.
Chip in with my little
toss.
tossing
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
I just
Stand down. Number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
does seem like not many others at all.
And
There's
another
only
girl.
2 people missing, aren't there?
So
Yeah.
another girl and another plant are the only ones.
Cool.
The next one is And if we need spares, we've got spares.
What are the spares?
You might have time to film, won't you?
Young Parisians by agonising, connected by stereo ends.
Young Parisians is a great song.
Which?
Connected, yeah.
Yeah. Oh!
Hope everyone's voted. We were down to a talk show, weren't we?
I can't remember what I was down.
I don't think
Oh, yes.
Still got time.
Yeah, I think so.
Ready?
Yeah.
You on team?
Oh, door open. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no, for the cool there, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine.
Can you turn me up a little bit more, please, folks? We're recording. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of The Boat That Sank. It is August, and we are here in the studio with the regular cast and crew. My first mate, Mark. Cooey! Captain of the Galley, Colette.
Hello!
Rear Admiral, Margaret.
Tinkety tonk.
The ship's panda cat, Julia. Producer, Sharon.
Hello.
And Masters of the Poop Deck, the lady on the knobs, it's Margaret, McCulloch-Keeble.
Hello.
And we are going to get straight started with I Need a Dollar by Aloe Vera Black. Is that what it's...
No.
Is it actually... You... You dick.
Oh, we're not on air anymore.
You are on flip though.
I'll be allowed to listen to it a little bit.
So who's aloe vera?
Can I have a lot more volume?
I think it's a big giant on the J Liverpool. Anyone for kind of millionaire shortbread?
Oh,
Free from everything.
Oh, that'd be very nice. Thank you.
Jesus got us all fish and chips today.
Did it?
Wow.
5,000.
Was there any bread?
No,
Or
no
just the
bread.
fish?
No chips.
Say hello, loaves.
Hello. Sorry.
We had lunch with a lady priest. Is it? Priest?
Yeah.
Yeah?
we had
Yeah,
lunch with a
she
lady priest.
refers to herself as a priest.
Yeah,
Oh, she
we
is a
had
priest.
we had lunch with a lady priest today, and she we were talking about the feeding of the 5,000, and we decided that between my allergy to fish and her being gluten intolerant, it really wouldn't be all that useful.
If the Lord would heal you,
Yes.
I presume.
We've got 8 people right now.
Hey!
Oh, I'll tuck you.
What's that?
Yeah, I've got 8 people.
Nice.
Really nice shortbread.
No.
Would you?
That was a draw.
Have a door.
Oh.
We
That's
can.
why I was like,
Have a look and just see.
I'll look.
Yeah.
that does not fun. Do you not want it?
No, thank you.
I don't know. Cameron, can I have that?
She's opening the door really cautiously.
No, because
Was it actually...
yeah, we all had well. See what I mean? That's why I didn't, because there was absolutely no one out there that could tell.
This week, Andrew Ackerman's playing Knock and Don't Run for an hour.
Cameron, is there a volume control on those speakers?
Yes.
He's hiding under
Because
the
otherwise
table.
everybody outside of headphones can't hear it.
Can't hear what?
The music.
I can hear music.
Well, I can hear it.
Okay.
It's just low.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear aloe vera.
Have you all seen Talking Ben on the iPad? Apparently there's a Talking Bob and a Talking Panda as well.
Oh, it's no idea what you're on about.
I think
I'll have to get it out.
I think that's what on the programme. I think Ben should be maybe Ben should take the
In the next song break, should I?
Yeah.
The next song break,
I'm sorry.
I'll get my Talking Ben
How
out.
long we got left?
We have 30 seconds. Dad has just said getting repetitive bass notes, and it's like wheel tappers and shunters. I have put that may be the song. Can you hear any words?
We had that issue with Tom, didn't we? What did he do?
It kept Norman
It
Like Norman
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Norman Collier.
No, because it wasn't
And he
like he
turned
was
it off.
cutting out midway. He
Yeah, it
would
was.
say a no, he would say a sentence in it.
Right, 10 seconds.
Okay, try turning it up a little bit. That seemed to work with Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Aloe Black, not Aloe Vera Black, with I Need a Dollar. Ha 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 ha. And now we're going to move on to our first segment of the show. Just a quick note for anybody listening on Google Chrome. Apparently some people are having trouble listening to it. Issues, as it were. We basically only record these shows now to put them on listen back services. So
Even that's dubious. It's not there.
that's
We
because
now
I
have.
forgot
We've
to
got
put it up.
YouTube now.
We have.
Oh, we have
yeah,
YouTube
We're going to be
as
on
well.
YouTube.
We're going to be stars.
Yay!
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be stars. So,
Are we allowed to watch this one?
Yeah.
yeah,
Why were you not allowed to watch the others?
No, the judge said no.
You are.
So with that, we'll move on to the first of our segments. This is Margaret's bit.
Oh, I'll put my glass down. Okay. I don't know how far we'll get with this, but there might be a bit of space later on, but who knows. Neck nominations. Anyone
Yes.
been nominated to do something with their neck?
Everybody look at the panda.
No. Okay, well, there was one a few days ago, which resulted in someone getting a £200 fine. He was neck nominated by his mate.
Do you need to know
He
what this
got-
thing is?
He got no. He got a
I'm
pint.
talking to Colette. Who's
Yeah, I'm not
actually-
going neck nominate. Is it physically your neck?
Is it,
No.
is it something
So-
to do with your abs?
No, that was a sad story.
It's about necking it.
So that.
When
You
they're selling the
drinking
goldfish and
The
things.
goldfish,
You
yeah.
make up like
yeah.
the worst concoction of every drink you can
Oh,
find.
And then you neck it,
And the
then
little
it
primary
became-
school kids
and
are
then
doing
it,
it.
and then it got out of hand, and there was any kind of dare. Well, anyway, this guy, as you say,
okay.
he got a pint glass, filled it with some water, put his 2 goldfish in it, and swallowed it. He then regurgitated them back into the tumbler. There was bits of gravel and fish food and all sorts in the tumbler. It was
What?
a little
So
aquarium.
he
He
didn't
then
like
regurgitated them back into the tumbler, took them round to his nan's and put them into his nan's little fish tank. Right, so apparently he was then fined because this is terrible and you shouldn't do that with live animals,
Yeah.
obviously. It's absolutely terrible.
It's
However,
funny though.
but so he was fined because it's cruelty to live animals, blah blah blah. However, had it been an invertebrate animal such as an octopus, that wouldn't have been illegal. You would have been allowed to swallow a live octopus and regurgitate it, but because it's got no spine, apparently that's not illegal. How weird is that?
I think the reason for that is because anybody who can swallow a live octopus deserves not to be. That's ridiculous.
And regurgitate it,
Yeah.
because it would just stick to the inside of the stomach, wouldn't it? You would
I
think
see a
that.
head and a leg and a leg and a leg.
You can swallow them live, but regurgitating them would be hard.
It would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Because they wrap yourself around your tonsils
Well,
and
that's what happened
have
in
a swing about.
That's what happened in NCIS, wasn't it? Or
CSI.
CSI, whatever. But anyway, so yes, apparently it's illegal to swallow and regurgitate goldfish, but not octopus. So there you go.
All Liberal Democrats, they don't have backbones. Sorry, lawyers.
The Boat That Sank is, of course, an impartial show.
Indeed. But he's correct.
You should encompass for all politicians, and then we won't get in trouble then, will we?
Okay.
They're all
Yeah,
fine
all
with-
politicians have no backbone.
There we go.
There we go.
Other MPs are available.
Indeed.
The Kenyan, I don't know if I'm getting this absolutely correct, but the Kenyan sort of state parks, wildlife people have issued a warning today, or yesterday rather, about drunk baboons. People on kind of safaris, because safaris are no longer the elite thing that they were, you know, in the days of Jeeves and Worcester and you know, going to treetops and being told that, you know, that the king has died and you're now queen, all that sort of thing. It's, you know, they're average holidays for some ordinary average people.
holiday.
And so some average ordinary people have been taking their drinkies with them on safari, and then when the baboons jump onto the back of the truck, giving the baboons, or at least they've been swiping the tins, going away, and they're now getting drunk and bearing their bottoms at all sorts of strangers in the Kenyan wildlife parks. And so a warning was issued yesterday. So I just thought I'd, you know, throw that in. Did any of you hear about the chicken nuggets and what have you that have had to be withdrawn from sale in Japanese McDonald's because of the Chinese chicken, a bit like the horse meat scandal. The Chinese suppliers were selling meat that was already past its sell-by date, basically just ran it under the tap and wrapped it in cling film and sent it on again. And so it's all been stocked and you know, the supplies have been taken. So they're now selling chicken nuggets without chicken. So it's all made with tofu at the minute, and tofu supplies are running low in Japan because there just isn't enough tofu to make enough chicken nuggets, even though there's no chicken in them. There you go. And really?
Somebody liked it.
That was the last chicken. That was not. I was going to say that was not a chicken. That's possibly the noise of tofu.
The tofu bird.
That's the tofu bird. That was the tofu bird.
Hold on a second.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Seems to be an intermittent fault. Can hear some dialogue, but continuously broken up.
Yeah, we know.
That's a good thing.
Yes, we know there are some issues with transmitting on Google Chrome. Like I say, if you can't hear this, or I don't know why I'm talking to you if you can't hear this, but
If you can't hear this, say
can
something.
you hear me, mother? For those of you watching in black and white, it's the one behind the pink. We'll put this on a listen back thing as soon as we get back to our respective houses and give you links out via there. You're not
Apparently, when it
listening.
happened the other day,
Move back a little bit.
when it happened the other day, someone, the DJ involved, turned it up. What it was, I don't know, but he turned it up, whatever it was, and that seemed to work. So
okay.
turn it up. Turn it up. How much time we got, folks?
You've already run over. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our second segment of the evening, which is our agonising uncle.
Hooray! Well, good evening, everyone, and sadly, Judy has been dispatched to the sin bin this week due to foul and abusive language issues. So we're going to have Sharon ably taking her place, and we've got quite an interesting problem this time, and we'll obviously... Oh, we've got no Eli either, so... Mairead can be the electronic lamentation indicator, and I'm going to get very confused tonight. But if you could read us the problem, please, Sharon.
Okay, so this one's from Cameron. Someone called Cameron? Last month on our amazing radio show, The Boat That Sank, my sister came up with the most annoying quiz ever. Unfortunately, the list of top 10 grossing films was wildly inaccurate and has been causing much debate ever since. Even our listener has got in on the act and has begun posting ridiculous comments on our Facebook page. How can I convince all these doubters that The Dark King is indeed the highest earning film of all time and that I'm not simply mistaken?
We got a Facebook page.
Sorry, do you mind
If
if I
only we
just...
had.
Do you mind if I just cut in there for a second? just on behalf of this anonymous Cameron, I just want to put, it was The Dark Knight he was arguing about, Mr. Mark, and I get the feeling he was arguing in the case of it. Just on the off chance. Thanks.
You have actually written The Dark Knight.
What did
But-
I say?
The Dark King.
The Dark King.
Because
that well-known movie.
because Judy number 2 hasn't got her glasses on, it came out. And I've
Did
missed.
I get all the other words right?
Well, I missed the 8th out because it should have been the 8th highest, or maybe not. But anyway, apart from that, it was all good. So, well, Cameron, answers to your problem. You could go on Wikipedia because I have heard that you can make your own answers up on there and just insert your specific film anywhere you want it to, and then post a link up somewhere, and you will see that The Dark King is in fact the 8th or 17th or 967th grossing film of all time. Or number 2, you can get yourself down to Easy Cinema and go and see it yourself 3 million times, and that'll increase its revenue and push it up the ranking list. But
The Dark Knight Rises.
that was very good, Julia. You should get yourself on a radio show. Or number 3, you could devise your own ridiculous quiz. Something like what's in the jar, or who's in the van, or where is the longest grass in Milton Keynes, or what's the best bus route in Milton Keynes?
19.
Definitely
No,
silent.
wrong answer. Lose a point.
Damn it.
It was the X11.
Of course, this I'm saying this on behalf of the Cameron who wrote in. Of course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cool.
That was good answer, but wrong.
Yeah. Sorry, other Cameron.
What are you going to do?
Yes, indeed. So, over to our absent electronic lamentation indicator. Where is he tonight?
He's resting.
He's tired and
He's
emotional.
been at karate camp all week.
Poor lamb.
He's doing updates.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's down.
Hi, Eli. So, over to Mairead, that we haven't got a name for yet. But,
Lady on the Knobs, I think, was the.
Yes, I think
the,
it was the controversial.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll take it.
Just pick a number, Mairead.
2.
2, thank you. Wikipedia.
Alright, cool.
So just make up a list on there, and you know, you could have Here Comes Bod as number 1 and The Dark King as number 2. So I hope that's helped you, Cameron, whoever you are.
Yes, congratulations to you, Cameron, on getting your letter read on the show. And we now move over to our somewhat cultured segment of the show. This is the Ship's Panda Cat Julia with a special poem.
Evening all. Evening, yes.
Hello.
Evening. Yes, well, we had a rather lovely day today, and we ended up talking to one of our longtime friends called Joanna, and Joanna is studying amongst many amazing things at uni. She's doing poetry in a big way, and she's just been published today. Well, she's just been given the go-ahead for a publishing research. Good on you, Joanna. We're very proud of you, and in honour of that, we have given her some airtime today. So this is her poem, and it is called Grit. The heart, in all your diagrams, it sits like 2 haricot beans, joined like Siamese twins.
Bulging chambers open like a hollow footprint scooped from wet sand, ready to be reclaimed by waves of rushing blood. Wet sand. I shiver at the thought of its grittiness, the taste of salt and brine and dirt. It's under my fingernails, caught in your hair. I've eaten it, smelt it, felt it scratch on my skin, between us at night, and now it is inside. The itch goes through my veins like the receding tide. You cut my hands, say, as big as this. I feel the sand trickle through my palms. I just thought that was quite beautiful.
There you go.
Very proud to have done that for you, lovely.
There you go, Joanna, and keep an eye out for her on the poetry things, I
Circuit.
suppose. Poetry circuit, that'll do. That
Poetry
was
circuit. Yes.
Yeah.
It was a short culture vulture this evening.
There you go, that was from Joanna Hollins. And now we will move over to a track that was sent in to us by another listener. This is Anna Rose.
Yes.
This is her cover of a Lady Gaga song. She's trying to break into showbiz, as it were, and God knows that we are the first step. So, the first step up to the gallows. And so we'll play her out then.
Right, metal.
Cameron, I literally cannot hear a thing you're saying when I have those on.
Turn it down, there's so much going on that. So we'll break into showbiz with that shit.
You're lucky that all the mics are turned off, aren't you? Hold on, which one?
You need to pay that. And you've got that. I just love it. Margaret. Margaret. But we're going to the chemistry lab in a minute.
Okay. Apparently Tina's listening in and she says that the problem with Chrome is fixed if you just tune out and tune back in again.
What?
If you shut Chrome and open it again,
Is
it's
it what?
fine. Yeah. Well, it worked for Tina. So.
Well, that's something. I don't know either.
They've got a cat and they've got a panda.
Is this song
with a-
clean?
What do you mean?
What
Swearing.
happens if she does the green and the yellow?
Why did you just
Want a
go
green
to
and
that?
the
I
yellow?
thought I did, but
Might just be
better
And
quality.
last one,
Yeah.
green ones. Don't worry, they give me some more.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. No, look.
Where did you get that from then?
It's just on the app. It's called Talking Bob. And they have a cat and a talking Bob,
As you do.
as you do, and a talking panda. as
Oh,
you
this
do.
is awful.
Have you tickled his tummy?
I've seen this Tommy
Not
thing
the
too.
singing, the distortion at the
Mark
back
likes
of the
to
track.
slap him, don't you?
No, I
You do like to slap
No,
him.
tickle his ear when it goes back.
Here you go. Do you want to? Do what you do. Press it again. Press his paper again.
I said it's not the singing, it's the distortion on the back of the high end of the track.
Yeah, but you do.
I was going to say.
So it's better sometimes what you say and then repeat it back to you.
All right. Indeed. Oh. Sharp. Oh, it's gone Scottish.
See, gross.
Is that it?
40 seconds.
What's
up,
nice. It's got one that's got balance.
Who's in the van?
Then what? Because I don't have
Colette's cooking.
Oh, not
then
cooking
what? I
anything.
don't have a schedule.
Maybe you can talk about Ben.
Maybe
you
you
were gonna
could cook
talk
some
about
Chinese
I can talk about
chicken
celiac
nuggets.
thing and
You were
everything.
going to talk about what you saw at Earl's Court.
Oh yes, Earl's Court. Okay. Our experiences,
Yes.
wasn't it?
That's what you said.
Yeah. That's okay. We will continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a cover of No Way by Lady Gaga by Anna Rose, the cover being...
No way.
No way!
No.
The
Yes
cover,
way.
The cover being by Anna Rose. Sorry if it was a little loud and distorted at the start, we had a little technical thing. Should be all right now. So, we will move over to the next segment, which is Colette's Cooking.
Oh, hello, good evening.
Hello.
Last show we were talking about the allergy show with the food as well, the free from everything, wasn't it? And Mark and I, we went to, where was it, Earl's Court? Yes, we were quite traumatised, I'll have to let you know.
Why?
It was quite a traumatising day, wasn't it? It was 3 shows in one, so it was the back...
So
kind
like
of
the Edinburgh Fringe.
Yes, yes. You had the kind of back show where people had obviously back problems. You had, what else was there? There was the...
What, due to allergies?
No, this is what was weird. It was meant to be the allergy show, but then it was also backs, wasn't it? And then it was all therapeutic show, and then it was all a free-from show. But the free-from was a free-for-all, wasn't it? And we were barged about, and people were,
Were they rude?
It was quite
from manners.
It was quite traumatic, wasn't it? We got quite exhausted. So we went round one
Were
show.
there any
which
free
was alright.
pens?
There wasn't, oh, there was one, wasn't it? I got an Udi's pen, didn't I? We both had a bag that we picked up coming in, but then the bags had different stuff in it. There's a few freebies, but then because people had different allergies, they tended not to give you free food because people got a bit upset because the food didn't, either contain nuts or it contained gluten or it contained oats, and so because the vendors got so much abuse, they didn't really give anything.
Did they not just give you tissues?
No, not
so that you could sneeze
and things like that. So no, it was.
That's not very well.
No.
Free EpiPen with every ticket.
Yeah.
That would have been better, wouldn't it?
Not Piriton.
So Sainsbury's were there cooking, weren't they? And let me see, there was quite a few stalls, but it was kind of like 4 deep to try and speak to anybody. So we found it quite traumatic. We enjoyed. We were at the Gloucester Food Festival last weekend? Mm-hmm. That was very good. James Martin and Paul Hollywood were there. We didn't see them but they were there.
Cake just got bigger.
So that was good. So yes, and the news from the Celiac Society for all those who are gluten intolerant is Nestle have made a big announcement.
Where is it?
I didn't know what the announcement is.
It's like Judy's not gone away.
But they have made an announcement, so that will be in next month's cooking instalment as to what Nestle's have announced.
That could be a new quiz.
What did Nestle announce?
Definitely.
The fall of the Berlin Wall.
But yes, we were all excited. But yes, it was all right, but it was a bit. I think it was because there was too many stalls in such a small space. Because there was 3 whole shows.
What did the people that were doing the bad backs thing? What did they give away?
I don't know. They had beds, didn't they? They didn't give them away.
They gave away beds.
What?
Mattresses.
That's why you had a bad back, because you had to carry them home.
Bit awkward to get a bed on the tube, isn't it?
It was. It was quite a squeeze, wasn't it? So yes, that was about it. I think, wasn't it? I think the other one was like health and well-being, wasn't it? So but it was very good with the good old Celiac Society were there for those that are gluten intolerant, and all different recipes being cooked. So that is the news from Earl's Court.
Thank you.
That's okay.
On the spot reporter.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And now we move over to the first of our 2 quizzes. 2 quizzes.
2 quizzes.
And the first quiz is Who's in the Van?
Okay.
Had us all worried there.
Go on then.
Okay, who's in the van? Is it Josiah Boots with a load of antihistamines to give out to people?
No, it is not Josiah Boots. Great name though.
Is it 975 BBC camera crews attempting to film the Commonwealth Games for 96 hours a day?
No, it's not. They're in a much larger van.
Any other guesses?
Is it a Scouse giant?
No, it's not.
Grandma.
This segment really doesn't go as well as we think it will.
We need some clues, really, Cameron.
Well, why don't you
Is
do
it
the...
Clyde the Commonwealth mascot?
It is not Clyde the Commonwealth mascot.
Okay.
Shall I just give it up and go
No,
on
no,
for the
that's
next?
it.
No.
Okay, alright.
Let's ask some questions.
Right,
It's a male.
yes.
Is it an actor?
No.
Singer,
No.
Dancer.
No.
poet,
No.
Athlete.
Vicar.
No.
Politician.
No.
Do we know who they are?
Yes.
Human.
author.
No, no.
Do they live in Peartree Bridge?
Oh, they are human. No.
Don't live in Peartree Bridge.
Do they live in Milton Keynes?
No, probably not. I don't know.
British?
I don't do this by address. Yes?
British? Okay,
British.
that's narrowed it
Greg
down.
Are they-
Rutherford.
No, he lives in Milton Keynes.
Are they any kind of?
Alive or dead?
Alive?
Are they any
Last time I
kind?
checked.
Are they any kind of like celebrity that we will actually know?
Yes? Yeah,
No.
It's not someone with no discernible talent, is it? You know, like...
Kind of.
Oh,
So
right.
it's somebody off Celebrity Big Brother then?
They're quite... No, they're not that kind of no talent, but they don't have necessarily a
A
talent.
comedian?
No.
Well, not that they don't have talent.
He's
but
kind
really-
of a comedian. He
Uh,
does funny things.
David Cameron.
No. No, he's just a joke.
Boris Johnson.
No.
Ian and Duncan Smith, the twins.
No.
Jedward.
No.
Thank goodness I don't know Milton
We've
Keynes.
got 3 more questions and then we're giving up on this.
Is it Rodent Keating?
It's not Roden Keating.
What's their first name?
Louis.
Is it Louis?
Louis Spence.
No.
Louis
That
Armstrong.
would have been a much better Louis to go for.
Yeah. Oh, we saw him yesterday, didn't we?
Did you?
What, Louis
Louis
Spence? Yeah, Louis Spence.
Louis, where did
Yeah,
you see him?
sitting. Well, it
Louis
looked
Armstrong.
like Louis Spence sitting.
You imagine
know
Louis
that guy
Armstrong
just-
Spence.
No.
I see crazy of ground.
That guy sitting in his pants yesterday in the Paddington Green police station.
Oh yeah, he did look a bit Spency.
Didn't he? It was a very hot day.
There's got to be a story there.
Well,
oh, yeah.
You know, sitting just in a pair of pants on the steps of Paddington Green police station, basking
Not
the
in
heat.
the depths of Paddington.
No,
Green.
no, on the steps. Right, so Louis, not Louis Spence, Louis Armstrong, Louis the King of the Swingers. Louis
Van Gaal.
Louis Suarez.
Louis Walsh.
No, we tried to get him.
Louis-
He bit
He
through
bit
the
his
metal.
way out.
Yeah.
Louis Welsh.
No.
I don't know any other Louis.
Louis Theroux.
Cameron.
do know that.
That
does
really
look
wasn't
a
as
bit
good as we
The
thought.
Z-list of the Z-list. And now we move over.
Cameron, that's not a celebrity. It's really not.
That's Sleb. Anyway.
Now we move over to the actual quiz.
Hooray!
I got the chair.
Does that mean Lucy's a bit already?
He's lost too many to come back from. Okay. So, this time you have to try and guess the year.
Can we not guess the highest grossing films of all time?
Does anybody mind if I open the wine?
On unrelated points there.
So guess the year, Mairead, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, in what year was the Beatles' debut album released?
60.
63.
Well done. Bonus point, you.
Oh, jolly good.
Bonus point, what's it called?
The Beatles,
with.
the Beatles, the Beatles.
With the Beatles.
No.
It's the other one with just them. It's just
Greatest
the Beatles.
hits.
Yeah,
Yeah, they started with the greatest hit.
we were already
Satanic-
bigger than Jesus.
The Satanic Majesty's Request.
That's a different group,
Okay,
man.
okay. So what was it called?
Please me.
We are the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
One Direction.
Okay, when did the Who's debut album come out?
Oh, lordy.
Higher or lower?
65.
You're screaming at
65.
laptop.
Really?
Wow.
Have you read the answers?
No? I'm just old.
I didn't like to say.
And what was it called?
The Who?
No idea.
My Generation.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
And when did Black Sabbath's debut album come out?
1970.
67.
71.
Well done, Mark.
That was a
Ooh.
good guess.
There you
wasn't
go.
And what was it called?
Black Sabbath.
Yep. So many of those like that.
Hooray! Oh, she won the prize.
Yep. When did Thin Lizzy's debut album come out?
Oh, Lord. 74.
Wrong.
69.
Wrong.
75.
Wrong.
it? 2012.
73.
Wrong.
2.
32.
Wrong.
71.
No, they have... Really? 71?
71.
Really? Was that just in Ireland or over here as well?
That's just when the debut album was released.
That was a free disc on
And
the
what was
cover
it
of the Radio
called?
Times.
Those flakes of EPs that you used to get in front of the NME. And what was it called?
Come on.
Oh,
It's called
Whiskey
Thin
in the
Lizzy.
Jar.
No. What?
Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
The Mason's Apron.
Okay. When did the Ramones debut album come out?
69.
No, 65. Less. 74.
No.
76.
Yep.
Oh, right, okay.
And what was it called?
The Ramones.
Yeah.
I see a trend here.
Yeah.
Have you spotted the pattern?
Mm-hmm.
We can
And,
actually do this one.
When was the Sex Pistols?
76.
No.
Oh, it was.
77.
Oh, really? I would have thought they had. And what was it called? It wasn't, never mind the Doodahs, was
Other
it?
stuff.
What do you call the Sex Pistols?
Sex Pistols, probably.
God save the Queen.
No, it was never mind the
Was it? Never mind the bollocks. Sorry,
No.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's in the context of the title list.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's not illegal. I've just read a book about swearing and it's not illegal. Carry on.
Did Julie lend it you?
No, it was at the top of the lift and the stairs in the library. I don't know what I'm saying. Carry on.
Judy wrote it. Joy Division.
Well, that's
1981.
That was 35 years.
82.
That was 35 years today, wasn't it?
79.
Clearly not then, Cam.
No, that's 35 years.
What is?
79,
79.
35 years today.
Oh, was it?
Today?
I think so, yeah.
Really?
It was today or yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
Can I just point out that Nick Bloomfield has gotten all of these right so far?
I should hope so.
There's a request coming up for Nick in a little while.
There
Don't tell him, we're going to pretend it's a prize.
Oh, alright then, sorry. Sorry.
Okay. What was it called?
Oh, it was Earthly Pleasures.
No, it wasn't Earthly Pleasure. It
Or
was,
New Pleasures.
Keep going.
oh, God. Something
Unearthly Pleasures?
No!
Oh, God. I should know it and nicked it from our alley.
Newly Pleasures. It's something. I don't know. Pleasures is the second word.
I can't remember.
Unknown.
Well, you didn't
I
have
got
it, so it was
Yeah, I was
right.
Oh, Cameron, there's a point. Depeche Mode?
Oh, that
Speak
was
and
good.
Spell,
1980s.
1982.
Yeah.
They've got a bar.
It was Speak and Spell.
It was Speak and Spell.
83. 81. Oh.
They've got a bar in Tallinn
It's very good.
where
We've now tried,
it's
haven't
not
we?
very good at all.
I liked it.
Where they only play Depeche Mode songs.
And you
Wow.
have Depeche Mode cocktails. This Tallinn in Estonia.
It's the most depressing place.
The video is all good. It's good. You see all their music videos, and you can order their cocktails and listen to their music.
Yeah.
We went, and we were the only people there, weren't we? Apart from the people serving the
And that
drinks.
tells you everything you need to know.
It sounds like a pub I used to frequent called Juicy Lucy's. Lots of Depeche Mode, and I was the only one there. Sorry, carry on.
Was it your bedroom by any chance?
No, it was a real life pub. It went all,
Yeah, she called
Doesn't sound very live.
Yeah, she hung up a little sign on the door and everything.
Neon flashing.
on air.
Okay.
Okay.
Ariane.
Oh, that's got to be late 80s, 85.
83.
85's not late 80s.
83.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Ariane.
No.
Was it Losing My Religion?
No.
No, no.
Automatic for the People.
No, much
That
later.
wasn't the date.
Was it Greatest Hits?
So close. It was Mama.
Mama.
Was it? We Are R.E.M.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys. When did they first release?
Oh.
87.
No.
78.
84.
91.
No, they're in the 80s.
84.
No.
85.
No.
6.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was it called?
VW Badges.
No.
Oh, I don't know. Beast
It's
Boys.
the one on the corner of the street, isn't it?
Might be.
It's
It's not a geographical location,
Is it like
No, the album cover is
Western Fifth or something?
yeah, it's something like that. But I can't remember.
It's not on the corner of a street. It's the tail of an aeroplane from the
Oh, okay, then I have no idea.
What's it called?
License to Ill.
The sequel to that Bond film that never got made.
Guns N' Roses.
1987.
Yeah.
Gnu's and Roses, it was called.
Not quite.
Paradise City? No.
Appetite
Oh,
of Destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
We went to see them, didn't we?
Mhm.
Yes, we did.
Really?
Yeah, in Birmingham.
And it was only 2.5 hours late.
I was getting better. Oh, getting text. Oops. How very unprofessional.
Next one.
Stone Roses.
Ooh.
1986.
80s, yeah.
91.
87.
85.
92.
89.
90.
89.
89.
89. Fool's Gold.
Nope.
Oh, so
This
close.
is Stone Roses?
So close.
The Stone Roses?
Yep.
Okay.
That cleared that one up.
Okay. Slightly more modern. Oasis.
94.
And Cold.
It was
Wonderwall.
called,
No.
What's the story morning called?
No,
No.
that wasn't the first one.
Oh, Don't Believe the Truth.
No.
No.
Really?
It was just called Oasis.
No.
Champagne
Oh.
Supernova.
No.
My mother's a lousy cook.
Was it just called It's called Kid.
Oh, I wish it was that. It was called Definitely Maybe.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, sure you will. Sure.
Yeah.
My biology teacher wants.
So we should all do the rest of the show. Like, we should all do the Gallagher Brothers, like, you know, the rest of the show like Gallagher Brothers.
Yeah.
But
We'd
yeah,
get thrown off.
yeah, my biology teacher once punched one of them brothers in the face. But
Which biology teacher was it?
Miss
That's
Shaw.
your question.
Ladies and
Which
gentlemen,
Gallagher
attractive-
brother was it? Never mind that.
Which brother?
Liam.
Excellent. No, Liam's alright.
No, Noel.
No, Noel's alright. Yeah,
Liam,
well done,
yeah,
that
yeah.
teacher.
I've always liked him. When did Super Furry Animals debut album come out?
93.
Who were the furry animals?
They were the ones that did
Super
Scooby
Furry
Snacks, but...
No, that was the Fun Loving
Oh, yeah.
Criminals.
2000.
93.
Fun
No.
loving crinolines.
Criminals.
97.
Criminals.
96.
Yeah.
Cool.
What was it called?
Teddy bear.
Stick 'em up punk with the fun-loving criminals.
Surprisingly enough, yes. It was called Fuzzy Logic.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When did Eminem's first album come out?
No.
Yeah.
Check the back of the packet.
2000.
Not quite.
Is it 1999?
It is.
And it was...
8 Mile.
No.
Eminem, na 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 na. Eminem, na 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 na.
No, that's the next one.
Wasn't it?
Oh.
Was it the Marshall Mathers show?
No,
Or the Slim Shady show or something?
the Slim Shady LP.
That's the one.
There we go. Coldplay.
He's a lovely boy.
Oh, Lordy, Coldplay.
2003?
1792.
1997.
1821. And it was
97?
their cover of a Tchaikovsky hit.
99?
No.
2001?
No.
2000.
Yes.
Thank you.
What was it called? Cameron.
Clocks. Yellow. Parachutes.
10 points, Mum.
Parachutes.
Parachutes. When was Dizzy Rascals?
Dizzy Roxy.
2004.
No.
2005?
No.
It's in that area, isn't it?
Yeah.
2003.
Can we have some that the old people might have heard of?
Like,
So,
trudge over Briggle
so
Water.
he's like Cameron's like third favourite
Jim Reed.
singer ever.
Yes.
The amount of times you've seen him live.
Yes.
What was it called, Cameron?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you lose a point.
Wasn't it back in his like really rude boy days?
It was called Boy in Da Corner.
Oh yeah, boy in that corner.
I'm so glad that I just filmed and have you saying that.
Yeah.
Last one. Lady Gaga.
Monster.
Oh no, Lady
No.
Gaga's first.
2012.
Is
Hate the Town Puce.
Is it? egg and bacon dress. I'm older than I look. 1722.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it was.
2010.
No.
2011.
She's been on the go for ages.
2009.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was.
I have a carpet on my head.
Why are you describing mine?
Oh.
Please don't kill me.
How's your chin?
Was it the was it the Fame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Was that the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have more, but
Well, we'll come back
You
to
can
them a
get-
bit later,
yeah,
and now
get
we'll
them.
move on to
Next track.
actual music rather than talking about music. Yes, it's from Nick for Julia. That's another request. Send them in if you have them. We'll play them on the show. This is Down Down by Status Quo.
Does your dad not like you?
He's taken me to see them in December.
Is he? Where's
Yeah,
that?
again. At the NIA.
So he really doesn't like her.
Looking forward to it.
December the
Have
what?
the nuggets
13th.
and parks.
Oh,
Julia goes
Rachel's
straight to-
birthday.
I think I know what
I
I'd
get
rather
very
have.
much, What?
Nick's so close to getting a perfect round. He only got one wrong.
Which one was that?
What?
Was
Dizzy
that
Rascal?
Welcome to the Whatnot?
Yeah, he put Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah.
By who?
Welcome to the jungle.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, that's what he guessed, but it was wrong.
He got it.
I am
He got it
entirely
afterwards.
disappointed.
He got it afterwards, like a second afterwards. He
I
got
hope
it.
that every time Axl Rose holds open a door for somebody, he does that.
What?
But, welcome to the golf course! Welcome to the toilets!
Welcome to the crack.
What?
Oh dear.
What's on after that? Oh me, oh my. Again, deeper and down, down, deeper and down. I'd like to hear the Queen sing this, wouldn't you? Get down, deeper and down.
And one of her selfies that she's doing.
Oh, that picture is brilliant.
It is
There's been quite a few
12
viewers.
It's because everybody who I've asked to listen is actually available because they're all home for the holidays. So I've got my friends.
Is James Millward tuning in? That's the important question here.
We haven't had notification from him yet.
James, you're letting the side down.
And presumably it's working okay now.
Yeah. Well, for
Well, it would be sad really if we got 12, our best number, when no one could actually.
That's why we've got so many.
Dad has been the only one that's said anything to me.
No, Tina said that there was a problem, didn't she?
yeah, she just shut the browser and opened
Yeah,
it
but
again.
Dad's the only one that's still going. And he asked if we could switch everything off and restart it. And all
Did you tell him to fuck off?
The typical IT thing, isn't it?
Is there a spare glass over there?
Is it what?
A spare glass?
Is that...
No.
Spare glass.
We've got a minute and a half left now.
Who's the slow?
Okay. Oh, I see.
It's what everyone doing at the weekends.
What, this coming weekend?
Yeah.
Bugger all. And large amounts of it.
What
No?
are you doing?
What did you want?
I was just going to have Pepsi.
Oh. When I took the slate, Dad said make sure Mairead has some.
Drink it!
Drink it.
So you better have
Okay.
some. What are you doing?
We're up to Liverpool again
Oh, right.
to go and look after Mumsy.
Oh, well,
So she's still not so good.
I think she's alright, she's coping on her own now. I think so.
No.
Well, we're going so we can unpack the shopping, but she's having that delivered tonight.
Can I just point out that Nick, what might have got
And then she
perfect
wants
scores,
us to
but
do
he has Google
smiling
next to
and
him.
marks up
So
about
is
the
the cheat.
team's smiling.
You won't even need it, Cameron. He's
It's
a
all little
decent
bits and
person at
bobs.
quizzes,
So
unlike
does she
you.
live actually in Liverpool?
Cross the
Flick
water,
cards
West
passive
Kirby.
aggressive
Alright,
again.
We're in within walking distance when the golf was played,
Right.
so it was fine.
15
That's quite a nice
seconds.
place to be though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very nice because it's nice to go there and you've got the beach.
10.
Do the quo thing.
Not like where we live.
The quo.
2.
Whoa!
There you go. That was Down Down by Status Quo. And now we move on to our next segment, which is just noted down here as Margaret. So,
It's the obituaries, dear, the obituaries.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to... I know, I'm going to do the daft names first, okay? We've got Andrew Mango, who was a Turkish chap, apparently, worked for the BBC. Hans Funk. Kashmir
Hans Funk will never die.
Hans Funk. Kashmir Jackson. Which I thought was quite... that's quite a cool name. And a name that I only thought was... in nursery rhymes, a guy called Randall Stout. Didn't he pick poor Pussycat out of the well or something? Or was that little Johnny Stout, his brother? Anyway, at the beginning...
Randall and Hopkirk deceased.
Yeah, no, he died a long time ago, and they weren't real. So
apart from that...
The first chappie was a man called Seth Teller. He was 50 years old and he topped himself. And he, I don't know whether his suicide was anything to do with his job, but he was a pioneer of human-robot interactions. That's all it said, which I thought was a bit dodgy. Now, this is an interesting one. Anatoly Kornikov, who in 1983 ordered a missile to bring down a passenger jet plane. On behalf of the Russians, there you go. A Korean plane shot down at the height of the Cold War, and I don't remember it, I'm afraid. But I thought, oh, yeah, that rings bells. Passenger planes being shot down by might be the Russians, but they deny it all. So there you go, long history of it. The Duchess of Roxburgh, who died at the grand old age of 99. Mary Innes Kerr. She was only married to the Duke of Roxburgh for a little while, and then they divorced. He has a rather lovely big castle. He has a big stately pile up in Scotland, don't you know? Indeed, to Flora's Castle. She sued him for divorce because of his adultery, and it was granted, and then she stayed put in the castle, and he said, no, you have to leave because you're not the Duchess anymore. She said, no, I'm not going. And so he cut off the electricity and the gas and the water and everything else to Flora's Castle, and he made all the servants leave and what have you, and she was in Flora's Castle on her Todd. And other nobles in the area rallied round to her cause and sent round food and candles and stuff like that. And Alec Douglas Hume, who became Prime Minister shortly afterwards, kind of tipped to the wink and said, if the water's been cut off and there was to be a fire, his insurance would go through the roof, along with everything else, obviously, if it caught fire. And so, thank you. So she got in touch with the insurance company and said, there's no water, so if there's a fire, there's nothing to fight it with. And so he had to put the water back on. But she was besieged in Flora's Castle for 6 weeks by the Duke. There you go. And finally he gave in to her demands and said, all right, you can live there. And she said, don't want to anymore. And moved off to many of her estates, all of her own, because she was a very rich woman. But anyway, there you go. Masakazu Kobayashi. There you go. Have you heard of the Kobayashi principle?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
It's not real.
Please don't ask me to explain it.
It was in Star Trek, wasn't it? The Kobayashi problem.
Kobayashi Maru
Yeah.
is how Vulcans mate, I believe.
No, well, maybe I've done the wrong thing. But anyway, it was
Isn't that Ponfar?
that's Ponfar.
Oh,
That's when,
yeah.
that's when they get all pubic. This guy was a hang glider and he crashed into another hang glider and died.
Is that how Vulcans mate?
Yes. A man called Wilbur Balgobin, who was the chairman of Willie's Ice Cream.
Wilbur Bilbo Baggins.
Wilbur Balgobin, the chief executive officer of Willie's Ice Cream. And I just thought, I don't know that I want Willie's Ice Cream, really. I don't know. Anyway, Eleanor Gordon, 90 years old, she was the first Scots Commonwealth gold medalist. There you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. Now, a Russian chappie in the 80s when we had Mikhail Gorbachev and Yeltsin. There was also a guy who was regularly featured on the news called Edward Shevardnadze, but a lot of people, myself included, found it difficult to call him by his name, so we called him Edward Shove-Halfpenny. He died. Michael Scudamore, the jockey.
Oh.
Guy, I believe it's only fair to have one Mad Scots inventor each month. I think it's reasonable. So a man called Matthew Rollins, who kind of strikes me as a bit like I'm Archie, the inventor from Balamory, yeah. This guy invented a solar cooker, whatever that is. You know those things that you see glamorous Hollywood film stars, those like tin foil things that they have to make them.
They're like three-way mirrors that they hold up to town.
Parabolic things, yes. Well, he used one of them to kind of set light to stuff so that people could cook when they're out on sunny places without actually using the fire.
Adam's tried doing that.
Yeah?
Using a solar cooker.
Well, there you go, solar cooker.
Do they
yeah.
work?
I think it takes quite a long time.
Well,
so that's
possibly,
and it's not very good on a rainy day.
Possibly in Britain, but in Africa. And it has to be said that some charities have taken them up and they distribute them in various places in Africa where people can't light fires for whatever.
I'd like to point out that as lovely as it is for him to have invented that, I'm pretty sure my chemistry class did that accidentally 3 times.
Tommy Ramone, of course.
Yes.
Thomas Berger, who wrote Little Big Man. Does anyone remember the film Little Big Man? No. Just the old folk like me then. Judy would remember it if she was here. Dustin Hoffman film. Alice Coachman, who was the first black woman to ever get an Olympic gold medal. There you go. Johnny Winter, famous. He and his brother Edgar, famous blues guitarists and singers, also very famous for their albinism, pure white hair.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Everyone obviously on the flight MH17.
Yes.
Elaine Stritch. Anyone remember Elaine Stritch? Or is that another old person's...
That's like
That's
a familiar
another
name.
Okay. Ross Burton, the chef.
Oh,
yeah.
For New Zealand, 45 years old. Yeah,
Couldn't get to the allergy show.
Yeah.
Had trouble with a solar cooker.
Had trouble with a solar cooker, yes. Somebody called Augie Rodriguez, who apparently popularised the mambo. There you go.
I have heard that name.
Is that the drill, the snake, or the dance?
The dance.
The dance.
What?
The dance.
The snake is a mamba.
Oh, mamba.
It's a black
And as far
mamba.
as I'm aware, they're not popular.
I think it was all mambos. It's not just Mambo number 5, but it was all mambos. James Garner.
Oh, yes, the actor.
Rockford Files and
He did The Great Escape, didn't he?
Great Escape and Space Cowboys and Support Your Local Sheriff and all that. Now, James Garner, back in the very early 60s, James Garner's face was the inspiration, if you like, for who? You know this, so shush.
Oh, yeah.
Another character in
Is this a cartoon?
Well,
Was it
kind
the
of.
BBC 2 test card?
No. no, strangely enough, it was...
He was the clown.
Troy Tempest from Stingray was apparently based on James Garner.
I thought you said it was Captain Scarlet.
No, it's Troy Tempest.
Oh.
So Cameron
Troy
didn't know
Tempest.
it.
And the baddie in...
Lose a point.
Yeah, and the baddie in
You don't even
Stingray was
have
based
no
on
point.
Laurence Olivier, apparently.
Okay, Cameron lose a point.
Believe it or not, this guy really was real. A US football player called Rich Pickens. Lettice Curtis, who was Lettice Curtis. She was the first woman test pilot in the war. She flew bombers and God knows what.
Wow.
There you go.
Has she got a sister called Lettice Prey?
She hasn't. Joseph Wood, yes, he said. Joseph Wood's the guy with the botched execution that died or didn't die.
Oh, it took 3 hours, didn't it?
Something like that. Dora Bryan, Edith Ritchie, who was one of the 2, obviously, oldest living twins in the world. 104, and she died, but her other sister, her sister, is still alive at 104. And yesterday, Kenny Ireland from Benidorm. There you go.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those were the jokes of... Those were the obituary.
And yet another Freudian slip.
Those were the obituary of the month. Now, this is where we have the joke of the month section. Eli isn't here.
He sent a joke.
Oh, I've compiled a few.
No, we want Eli's.
Because it's a very Eli joke.
But you have to come and sit at a microphone.
And you've got to do it in his, like...
Well, I don't know if I can.
Monotone.
I think someone else should do it in his voice. Oh, Mark.
Go on, Cameron.
I'll try. There we go.
Quality bit of paper there.
Hedgehogs. Why can't they share the hedge? Anybody want any others?
Yes!
What do rappers use in their washing?
I don't know. What do rappers use in their washing?
Bleach. Why can't a nose be 12 foot long?
I don't know. Why can't the news?
Because then it'd be a thought.
Where do old VWs go to die?
I don't know. Where do LVWs go today?
The old folks' home.
Ah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And we
I'm
will
going
be
to turn your
back-
microphone off.
We
if you're
will
not
be
careful.
back next month with another one of these excellent shows. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much to everybody who contributed to it. Remember, keep your eyes out for Anna Rose and Joanna Hollins. They're excellent people. And we are going to sign off with for Alan and Sandy, Another Girl and Another Planet by The Only Ones. Thanks for listening. And once again, we are Sank. See you next month.
Bye.
Bye!
Hi.
Right, that was quick. I didn't get to mention the... Oh, I've got to look this up. This is a
Why did you put the flight in? This is supposed to be a funny show. What's a plane crashing?
That was funny!
Ah, because they died. Right.
It's not literally.
Who said there were jokes?
Aloe vera.
Are we back next month?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I
Well,
thought
just turn up.
What are you going to do it?
Every
do it,
effort
there's
I
no one
made
here.
to try and have a meeting with them, they just said I can't do it.
Yeah,
So,
can't do that one.
Mike,
So
I
I sort of
don't
got
see
fed
how
up.
Mike is that busy.
So we.
It wasn't really Mike, it seemed to be that other fella, didn't it?
Well, the thing, Jim doesn't do much. Like, I'm trying
Mum,
to get
there is
shows
audio on
together
here.
and
You don't have to
emailed me about
mime.
one of them. I just go through Mike.
I think it's
Hi.
a particular thing with
Hi,
Settle. You
Panda.
have to be a bit of
And I'll just come through
Yeah,
the
oh,
plastic.
sorry, yeah, very
a spoon to work it.
Yeah, you've got
And
your...
where I'm very hot and sweaty, so I don't want to disrupt you.
So we thought we would just.
Turn
Carry on until we're turfed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I mean, if you get in touch with Mike,
Right
next
on,
week, say, can I have the
brothers!
keys? He's
Yeah.
just going to go, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because he's got no clue, has he? Got
Well, because like, if you by the time you've said it, he's not like got anything to put in the schedule in its place. So what's he going to say? Like, you might as well just let you do an hour on the radio.
Well, I think I'm going to take these and get a key for the studio cut. So that if we turn up next time there's someone in here.
Every time
we'll
there's
let
no one in
ourselves in.
here,
Yeah,
we'll just come
about
over and do
10
this.
past.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a Galaxy S4?
That's a note.
Right.
That's
Okay.
a Samsung note.
Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
No. Panda's gone. Bye. No.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.